Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. Today we're going to create 2 cards using new dies from Trinity Stamps. This will be a little bit of a sneak peek video because these products will be released on Friday. I'm so excited about this release and I think you will find a lot of stuff that you will love. One of my personal favorites from this release is a beautiful die that you will see today called Foliage frame, and I will start out by creating a panel here. You can see that I started out with some distressed oxides. It was a while since I used my oxides, but they are lovely and they blend so easily together. I'm using Nina 110-pound cardstock because you know when you create slimline cards that I will use today or create today, the piece that is left is perfect for a panel. If you are doing a card that is 3.5 by I think 8, right? This is the perfect piece that will be left from a full sheet. And I will just ink up the edges here and leave the middle a little bit without colors. I'm doing some splatters with the same colors that I use from a panel. So I will take a new panel, and if I had been smart, I could have done the first blending that you saw previously here in the video, the green one, directly onto my card base, but I didn't want it to warp. I was afraid that it would. It didn't, so I could have done it. So if you want to do something similar, you don't have to be afraid about that. The colors I'm using are some blue ones. It's peacock feather, it's tumbled glass here, and I think it is, I'm a little bit unsure what the darkest color is. You will see it on screen, I think, in a second here. But I actually didn't like how light this was. I wanted more contrast. So you will see that I'm going in first with some distress, just regular ink, not the oxides, just to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going in with some Lawn Fawn inks as well, called Fish Tank, I think, just to darken the blue. You can see the bluer parts here. I want them to be really dark, so it gives a nice contrast between our green panel and the blue panel here. So my thing that I was thinking when I created this card was midsummer, because when I'm doing this voiceover, it's this weekend in Sweden. It's one of the biggest holidays that we are celebrating. I don't know if you are celebrating midsummer, but it's a big thing for us. And with Corona and everything, it's gonna be a special midsummer, but I am still looking forward to it. And here is the die, by the way, that I was talking about. You will see that it's absolutely beautiful. And I cannot show you more than this for today, so you can see more on Friday. So I'm just popping this out. I'm speeding this up. You can see I have a little bit of tape here that is keeping everything together when I cut it through or run it through my die cutting machine. You can see it pops out really beautiful. And you can save the middle part if you want to do some more, maybe a sentiment with the same color or something like that. So anyway, I was thinking midsummer when I created this card. And midsummer is all about flowers and celebrating life, celebrating that it's the brightest day of the year. If you know something about Sweden, you know that we have a lot of winter going on. So this day is quite sad actually, because we're celebrating the longest day of the year, and the day after it actually will be a little bit darker for every day until Christmas, basically. So it's quite sad, but at the same time it's a really nice holiday. And sorry for rambling on about my life. You're here for this card and this amazing product. I just had to tell you what was going on in my life when I was creating this. I needed a birthday card. For some reason there is a lot of birthdays in June for me. Basically everybody seemed to have somebody in their life celebrating a birthday, so I needed a birthday card for midsummer. My grandma is actually having her birthday on midsummer, so I wanted to give this to her if I get a chance to do it. And so I really wanted to create a really beautiful card with all the happy colors. And I actually am in love with how this turned out. And by the way, this SCRIPTY large birthday is also part of the new release, and you will have a little bit more of a sneak here. I compared it with a sentiment, just happy. This is from an older stamp set that were released in April. And I think it's called a sentiment for almost every occasion, or it actually is called that, I know that for a fact. And I combined it with quite new product as well. This confetti mix is just beautiful. Springtime Rainbow, I believe it's called. And it's beautiful. It has all of these beautiful colors that matched my card perfectly, and I will not make you sit through when I am adhering these. I would just show you a couple of colors that match my card really well. So that was that, and I will move on to my next card featuring nearly the same products. So here's just a close-up of this card. So for my next one, oh gosh, this is a really long close-up. So for my next card, I wanted to do a wedding card, and it didn't start off as a wedding card. I just had this idea when I saw this product to just cut it out and do something different with it. So I started out just cutting it with some Nina 110-pound cardstock, as I did in my first example as well, just popping out the middle piece here, and then I will go a little bit cray and actually cut this apart. You will see in a second what I'm talking about. But I love taking a product like this and creating something totally new with it. Just, you can see here actually how well this cut through. I just cut it through once, and I'm just helping all the little pieces here to come out, but they are fully cut out. And that is actually great because this is a longer die, and I actually managed to fit it on my standard cutting plates with just one pass in my machine. So don't be afraid of these larger dies. They are really easy to use. So here I'm going a little bit cray and cutting my beautiful cut panel in half, and you will see that I will turn them and adhere them together in the opposite direction. So here I'm actually debating here what to do with this. I'm trying to, and by the way, if you can see that it's not lining up perfect, it was actually because I think no, it's perfect. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you can see here just trying to figure out the placement of everything. And here is another sneak peek from another die set that will be released on Friday. But I thought I was going to do one thing, and you will see that I'm completely changing my mind from a birthday card into a wedding card. So don't be afraid if you don't think plan or working the way you wanted to. Just switch it out, do something different. You will probably be able to save any project that you have. So you can see here I'm actually taking all the time to filling in all the little negative pieces here just to create the perfect sentiment, and then I will end up covering it up again. But hey, that's life, and that is my crafting, like, how do you say, my crafting mojo, that it doesn't have to be perfect, and I want you to see that projects can come to life in any way. So this is just my process here, and I will cover this up now. And I'm sorry for shaking the camera a little bit here. I have my camera set up on a shelf over my crafting area, and sometimes I like hit it with my hand or my head or something when I'm crafting. So here I'm just turning it. You can see I still think I'm gonna create a celebration card. This is from an older die set from Trinity Stamps, actually released last year. But now I cut out the same beautiful die here with some vellum and cut it in half again. And now I am on the track of a wedding card. So first, my English and the sentiments is not always perfect. So I was trying happy wedding, it sounded weird in my mind. Maybe it's right, I don't know. So I tried Happy Wedding Day. I think that sounded really nice, classy with the colors, not too feminine, just a beautiful summer wedding card. And actually, when I'm thinking of it, it could be like a winter scene card as well. This vellum might look a little bit like a frosty flower, so that would work out well as well. Would work out great as well. So we are soon finished with our products. Stay tuned for a lot more inspiration from the design team, and there will be sneaks all this week up until Friday, where it will be a huge celebration, or actually will be a celebration Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, so stay tuned. It's tomorrow, but the release and everything you can purchase on Friday. So I will be up with a new video on Friday, so stay tuned for that. And I will leave you with some close-ups of these two products that we created. And I hope you had a great midsummer if you are celebrating midsummer, that you have a happy 4th of July if you're celebrating that, because I know that is coming up on my dad's birthday. So until then and until everything, I hope you have a great summer and that you are staying safe and healthy. Bye!